The Minister of Canadian Heritage, in that case, can start.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And while our very popular member is receiving congratulations on an incredible political career as she's saying goodbye, I just wanted to add our best wishes to her on behalf of the Prime Minister, on behalf of the government, and also on behalf of a fellow Tri-City resident who has taken many flights with my honourable colleague across this country over many years. I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to say farewell to a friend, farewell in the political sense of this House. You know, she is leaving this place, but she's not leaving public service. She's seeking the nomination and election in a provincial campaign, which will be decided on May 12th of this year out in British Columbia. But politics and public service have always been a part of this member's life. As a matter of fact, she worked for a number of years for Pauline Jewett, who is a former NDP member of Parliament for this place, who was well respected and well regarded, served, I believe, 4 terms, 3 of them from British Columbia. And this member served in her office, serving constituents in her own way that we all know that our staff do in a multitude of ways that only help to serve our civil society. And when Pauline Jewett decided not to seek re-election, a door opened and this member stepped into it and stepped through it and was elected into this House in the campaign of 1988. And she made some substantive contributions, not least of which was her one for which she was most noted and which she mentioned in her speech, was that following, of course, this tragic murder of 14 women on December 6, 1989, she passed a private member's bill to recognize nationally the National Day of Remembrance against and action on violence against women. This year marks the 20th anniversary of that horrible, tragic moment. And I think it's a remarkable tribute that 20 years later, that this is not just going to be recognized as a local tragedy, but as something that the entire country needs to recognize as we all move forward to try to build a better society. And that's in part because of the work of the member for New Westminster Coquitlam. It's often very easy for these tragedies to come and go, and we say, oh, geez, wasn't that an awful moment? But to elevate and to find the greater problem there and to point a light on it and to force debate and force discussion is a very helpful thing, and it's a remarkable tribute to a remarkable woman who served this House in many ways with distinction. She has had the opportunity to debate. I looked at the list when I looked at the dates that she was in this House. She has had the opportunity to debate Prime Minister Joe Clark as a minister, Prime Minister John Turner as opposition leader, Prime Minister Mulroney, Prime Minister Chrétien, Prime Minister Paul Martin, our current Prime Minister, and of course to serve with Ed Broadbent, Audra McLaughlin, and Alexa McDonough in this place. A lot of Canadian history has come across this floor that she has been a witness to, and in fact has been a part of in very important and very helpful ways. And when she discussed and mentioned in her talk about the importance of civility in this House, I can say these aren't empty words. I know from personal experience, about a year ago I had a situation in this House, and this member was one of the first people to call me and to recognize that what happened was wrong. And in an election campaign, we have neighboring ridings, there was an election campaign a few years ago where it was just particularly nasty and particularly personal and particularly unnecessarily so. And she went out of her way to call the opposing NDP candidate and tell them to cool it. So she walks her talk when it comes to civility in Canadian politics, not just in this House. And I looked on the Parliament of Canada, the Library of Parliament website. It says that this member has served for 2,965 days. And I suspect she has felt every single one of them. And with those long flights to and from Vancouver, I know that it's not easy spending 10-plus hours every week in a tube in an airplane and suffering through the food and the waits and all that sort of stuff. But we all do it because we believe in service. We all do it because we believe in greater values. And she is engaged in these debates. She said that good, strong debates in politics are a part of politics. Now, it's the best of politics. It's the best of politics when people have firm disagreements and disagree in thoughtful ways. And she has given more than she's gotten. She's won more than she's lost. And what is the federal NDP caucus's lost may well be the provincial NDP caucus's gain. And to Peter, to Stuart, Matthew, David, and I hope I got the names right, Christopher, Ian, Megan, Lauren, Kate, Maggie, and Becca. Your bride, your sister, and your grandma's coming home, and she's earned it. Congratulations.